their season in Houston, taking on the Texans. How about Eric Berry, after battling lymphoma, back on the field for the Chiefs? Impressive. Best wishes to him here. Brian Hoyer winning that quarterback competition for the Texans in the offseason, looking for DeAndre Hopkins. Instead, it's the rookie Marcus Peters picking him off.
Yeah, that's a poor decision by a veteran quarterback.
Alex Smith, good decision going to Travis Kelce all day long. Started early off the Hoyer pick. Smith finds Kelce. Chiefs up 7-0. Still up 7-0. J.J. Watt just disrupting everything in the backfield.
Yeah, look, this was not a great game for the Houston Texans. However, it was a big day for J.J. Watt. A bunch of penetration again today.
And Alex Smith, the Travis Kelce, that connection not finished. Yes, DJ, one of the best celebrations of the day.
Yeah, he had the windmill going about the 5-yard line. And then a solid knockout punch.
How did he get so wide open?
This got lost in coverage, and that's they were so waiting for that first wide receiver touchdown for Kansas City that they forgot that they
still don't have it.
Throw to wide receivers.
Still don't have it. That's Kelce with his second TD of the day. Chiefs up 14-0. Second and goal here, and that's Hoyer finding DeAndre Hopkins. 14-6, and it stays 14-6 because Randy Bullock misses the extra point from 33 yards away.
Not the only one to miss an extra point today.
No, second quarter, 2nd and 11 for Alex Smith, up 17-6.
His name always comes up, whether his helmet is on or off.
And that's Ja Reed. Ja Reed, all of a sudden, Fisher, what'd you call it? He got
J.J. Watt flu.
He got the J.J. Watt flu. Yeah.
Yes,
so Ja Reed had to fill in for Eric Fisher. Thanks a lot.
It goes around sometimes.
All right, so here's Hoyer again, down 20-6 and sacked by Justin Houston, making a strip sack.
You could get Justin Houston and Ali flu too. That happens.
Alex Smith off the turnover, finding Jamal Charles, who just finds his way into the end zone. And it's getting ugly for the Texans in their home opener as the Chiefs went up 27-6. Now 27-9. Here's more Hoyer. Nowhere to go on this one. He is snowed under. Yeah, that's Derek Johnson.
Good to see him back. Good to see him playing.
Coming off that Achilles. As somebody who tore his Achilles last year, I'm rooting hard for number 56 with the Kansas City Chiefs.
So out goes Brian Hoyer. In comes Ryan Mallett. Remember, Billy O'Brien in Hard Knocks said Brian's the starter for now, right? I guess
for now. He got a little money, though.
Yeah, he did. He did. And Ryan Mallett finding DeAndre Hopkins coming in and looking like he was ready in this one, finding Hopkins again on a laser in the end zone to get the Texans within a couple scores.
Yeah, Marcus Peters, the young corner, the rookie for Kansas City, made some plays today, but Hopkins got the better of him there.
So Mallett on the two-point conversion.
Yes, made his case. He definitely made his case to be the starter.
So look, we're within 10 here with just over 4 minutes to play. Now within 7, needing an onside kick. Bullock on the kick. J.J. Watt on the attempted onside recovery team, but didn't even get a shot at it.
You mean they didn't get the onside with J.J. Watt on the field? Something didn't go right?
Shocking, right?
Shocking.
Houston's fall in the season opener. Andy Reid and the Chiefs get the win 27-20 on the road in week 1. Alex Smith, 3 touchdowns through the air, although none of them to a wide receiver. But they get the win, so who cares, right?
3rd and 10. Mallett throwing this side and has his man across the 35 and out of bounds at about the 38 or 39-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins. Newton going for it all. End zone wide open. Touchdown. Ted Ginn Jr. Newton with time. Over the middle. Tipped. Intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Raheem Moore. Moore back to the 15. Lost the football. Covered by the Texans. Got some one-on-ones on the outside. Mallett. End zone. Pulled in. Did he come down? It is ruled a touchdown to Garrett Graham.
You have to finish the catch. There's 1 foot down, 2 foot down.
Stewart in the backfield. Newton on the quarterback draw, diving into the end zone for the touchdown.
See, he plants his foot, he goes airborne.
And Raheem Moore, not a prayer to stop it. Mallett over the middle and a bullet in and out of the arms. Is that a completion? If it's a completion, it's a fumble. Josh Norman covering. Mallett throwing over the middle, intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Klein, and Klein returns it close to the 35-yard line. Come back, 9:02 to play in the fourth quarter. Cam Newton, play fake, with time, going for it all, to the end zone. Touchdown! Mallett lofts it up, has a man open, and he hits him. 30, inside the 25 is Nate Washington. Mallett pulls it down, gonna run for it, gonna get there for the touchdown.
Five defensive backs in for the Texans. Winston from the shotgun on 2nd and 15, looking for Jackson. Texans with a new set of downs from the Tampa Bay 46 off the play fake. The grind, the catch is made by Hopkins. 2nd and goal. Mallett. Hopkins. 1st and 10, 20-yard line for Winston and the Bucks. And Evans able to make the catch.
What a very, very talented defensive player with the Patriots.
Winston connects with Evans once again. Following the timeout on 1st down, Mallett fires and a sliding catch.
Every intention of moving back to grass next season, but for the rest of 2015, it's AstroTurf.
Bucks empty the backfield, 2nd down and 16. Quick release by Winston. This is Sims. Sims has running room. He's inside the 10, the 5, and he must get to the 48. Winston fires over the middle, and it is picked off. The diversity and rich traditions of Latinos in the NFL and our country as Martin breaks free, picks up a 1st down and more.
Since that 2nd series.
They fake, got rid of it before he was hit by J.J. Watt, and the catch is made. 7 points off the board, 2 field goals and an extra point attempt. Play action for Mallett on 1st down, and he finds Hopkins. This is Blue, and he will take it all the way. We're down at 1, it's Prosh, and Jay Prosh has a 1st down. Winston to the far side, it's Evans, 1st down.
They went to the Super Bowl.
Keep smiling, Cam.
Julio Jones, quiet day, 4 grabs for 38 yards after 34 catches in the first 3 games. Arian Foster, good to see him back after that groin surgery. But this guy is, I guess we call him a jock remover on some defensive players because he can just run right through them.
This is what you get every time there's a safety over the top of Julio Jones. There's no safety in the box. That guy's going to be running like crazy.
What's Devontae Freeman doing well?
Well, this is the thing he does so well. He hits the hole with authority. Watch. And a lot of times, if you hit that hole with a burst, you run past a lot of defenders. Watch this. He ran through a tackler by him running through the hole with a burst. And from there, obviously, it's on to the end zone. But the burst is what catches defenders off guard.
Here
Look
it
at
is
that burst
again.
right there. See, he run through defenders again. Because of that burst, he hits the hole with such suddenness. That's what we teach.
Just 68 yards on the day for Freeman.
Where's he from, Mooch?
Is he from Florida State?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he is.
And then it's Matt Ryan to Devontae Freeman. I mean,
Is that the Seminoles again?
you know, you might want to cover him at some point. That's a gain of 44.
Then he runs like he's not 200 pounds. He runs like he's like
There he is again.
225. Look at it.
There it is. So that make it back-to-back 3 touchdown games for Devontae Freeman. The first player to do that in the NFL since...
Tease it.
Oh, don't get him.
21 reasons right
Yeah,
there.
thanks.
21 reasons right there.
By the way, that was the year somebody scored 28 touchdowns and was the MVP.
Oh, you want 10 dropping there?
Yeah, I was still dropping. That was a game winner right there.
Okay.
Yeah?
But let's not live in the past anymore. How about Ryan Mallett looking for DeAndre Hopkins, and it's the big fella Jonathan Babineau snagging it.
Good things happen when you get to the ball.
Yeah, this defense is playing well. And then what? This is the turnover of the day, guys. Arian Foster loses it. It's picked up by Desmond Trufant.
Yeah,
Now, it looks like this is on Foster, who had just 10 yards rushing. But watch his teammate offensive lineman Derek Newton.
What is he reaching out for?
What is he doing? Uh-oh.
What is he doing? Cut him.
He caused the fumble.
Didn't even practice this week. The only practice he participated in was the walkthrough. This guy was so sick.
Dwight Howard didn't practice his coming out of the tunnel. Yeah. I didn't get pumped up at all.
Not at all. That was miserable.
Andrew Luck inactive again with the shoulder injury. So Matt Hasselbeck,
Matthew Hasselbeck,
at 40 years old, started under center, the oldest non-kicker in the entire league. Frank Gore is 32 years old in his 11th season, picking up a first down there in the first quarter.
AJ, nothing but a number, right, Willie?
Yeah, not at all. He found the youth. He found it tonight.
Yeah. Who found the youth?
Andre Johnson.
Ding, 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 ding.
Andre Johnson, who is 34 years old, by the way, and scoring his first touchdown of the year right there.
One of a few blown coverages. I mean, there's no way Andre Johnson is supposed to be that wide open in the back of the end zone.
Why are we showing you the extra kick? To further our point that this team was very old tonight. Adam Vinatieri, 42 years old. So this was the second oldest quarterback, wide receiver, kicker scoring combination right there since 1925. Okay, second quarter now. Mallett gets hurt.
Yes.
And would regret that for the rest of the game and maybe for a long time.
Well, Seal Moore, get your head up because we don't want to see you on a stretcher, buddy. We don't want a broken neck. But, Mallett, if you don't have to go out of the game, don't go out of the game because this is what happens, Brian Hoyer.
I don't know that that's the message that we want to send.
No, it really is. If it's not a head shot, he got hit to the body. Ask him now. He didn't want to leave the game.
When they called timeout for that, you had to leave.
He had to leave, and he did not get back in because Hoyer balled out. Jalen Strong in the end zone. That is a Hail Mary with 1 second left on the clock.
He's kind of known.
I love that play until I remembered that was Jalen Strong.
He's kind of known for that, right?
Remembered that I had seen that once before in my history.
Too many times. Flashback Thursday.
This is painful.
No.
This is painful.
Where's Jalen? Where's Jalen?
No.
Who is teaching last play at USC? That's all I want to know.
Well, I mean, obviously,
not a good night for us Trojans.
We know Chuck Pagano's teaching it in Indy, and it didn't get taught any better.
Okay, so the Texans finished strong, obviously, at the break. Colts answered back, though.
Nice throw.
Love the throw, love the catch.
Put it only where his receiver he can catch that ball.
Spot on. Finish it off, Frank.
Frank was on a mission tonight.
He heard you.
Heard a lot of people, a lot of whispers that Frank was done.
Yeah.
22 carries, 98 yards, and that touchdown right there. 2 possessions later, Hoyer to Hopkins for a 34-yard gain.
Seems like every pass was going to Hopkins.
A bunch of targets. Hey, Hopkins.
Or Arian Foster.
Put that ball in the pocket. Quit floating around like that.
2 plays later, that's Jalen Strong again. Did we mention that Hail Mary touchdown was his first touchdown, his first catch in the NFL? That was his second catch in the NFL. How did he get so wide open?
I mean, 2 for 2, Willie. You like 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Busted coverage. End of story, Lindsay. That's how he got so wide open. Chuck sees it. Not too happy.
Penalty's a bit of a problem for Houston.
A bit?
Well, you can't play, and I know right here that Clowney's trying to make a great play, and he didn't mean to grab the face mask, or they caught the open area on the helmet.
Ear hole.
On the helmet, but penalties wasn't good, and it was self-inflicted, a lot of it tonight for the Texans.
What was it, 13 for 125 yards? That's crucial. Here's another penalty.
Look, it's an interception.
Right.
Oh, wait.
It's a teaser.
Negated by a penalty.
Well, Pleasant right there was called by what? Defensive holding. They get the ball.
2 plays later.
Boom.
And this is just, right here, is just strictly Kareem Jackson. He panicked. The ball is 5 yards out of bounds. He didn't have to push the receiver. The ball could have been called uncatchable.
Yeah.
But, hey,
14 penalties, 125 yards. 3 plays later, Hasselbeck finds Andre Johnson for the 2-yard touchdown, and the Colts are now up 27-17.
I'd love to see Andre get the touchdown, but Willie, how simple was the communication defensively for Houston that they just couldn't get done?
Yeah.
Contrasting backup quarterback styles, by the way, on the sideline. Although I guess Andrew Luck wasn't the backup quarterback. Okay, so Texans still had time to win it. They were down 7, 3rd and 2 here.
Mike Adams had a couple of interceptions tonight. Yeah. In the right place at the right time, playing center field. Just a bad decision by Brian Hoyer.
And unfortunate for him because he had such a good game, right?
Yeah.
24 of 30, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that was his only pick there. He was He was 7 for 7 with like a 156 passer rating in the third quarter. Frank Gore, as I mentioned, 98 yards on the ground. Andre Johnson with his first touchdown of the year. And look at Hasselbeck's numbers. That is the story. This guy was sick all week long and is old all the time. He comes in and he gets the win, and Chuck Pagano was fired up for him.
Sacks, 2 forced fumbles for that defensive front.
All right, now Jags and Texans. Brian Hoyer again making the start for the Texans. And you're going to hand off to Arian Foster. And Foster finds the seam.
That would be
so
a smart,
good when he's healthy.
Smart choice. Give him the ball. Feed him the field.
All right, 4th and 1 here for the Texans. Still no score in the first quarter. Hoyer looking for Nuke Hopkins. Got it.
DeAndre Hopkins is on pace for 495 catches, I think, this year.
Just a few. Is that the official number?
They are targeting him early and often each and every week.
And here's Arian Foster on a 3rd down play. First down, and how about a touchdown?
So difficult when he's on his game to deal with him.
In the passing game, obviously on the ground for Foster, so impressive. And here, Blake Bortles.
Allen Robinson.
How about it?
Having a season for himself.
Where did he go to school, LeVar?
They could have used him yesterday.
2nd and goal, Bortles. Back to Robinson for the touchdown. We're tied at 7.
Penn State, they look good on Sundays, LeVar.
Hey, Penn State,
Saturdays,
Penn State made me, Ohio State made me a number 2 pick in the draft. I appreciate it, Ohio.
There it is, another DeAndre Hopkins. Check out this catch, guys. It's David Tyree again. Well, maybe he had another one on the sidelines that he used the helmet for. That one, just another impressive catch from Hopkins. Let's go 3rd quarter. Texans up 10-7. 4th and inches.
Let's keep the thing consistent. They could have used Bill O'Brien yesterday.
How about Paul?
They could have used Paul Puzzlesny yesterday.
Texans stuffed on 4th and short. Ball goes back to the Jaguars. Bortles going back to the air.
Is that Julius Thomas?
No, a Julius Thomas sighting. 29-yard touchdown reception. His first as a Jaguar. And the Jags are up 14-10. Here comes Hoyer, though. 13 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
Here comes Hoyer.
This is the helmet catch I was talking about.
How about it?
Shades of David Tyree from DeAndre Hopkins.
This one didn't have quite the same impact, I would say.
It just didn't. It didn't have that type of feel, did it? But it kept the drive going. And Hoyer going to repay Hopkins' effort with a touchdown pass.
He's playing some amazing football. It's been Jacksonville's problem all year. They got to learn how to finish out games.
Texans up 17-14, and well, just piling on here. More Hopkins, hard to stop.
Well, you do realize that we've seen DeAndre Hopkins today, we've seen Martavis Bryant, we've seen Sammy Watkins, and they all played together on one college team. Good luck covering those three.
Get out of here. 10 catches, 148, 2 touchdowns for Hopkins. Texans, well, let's just make it 31-14 after this pick 6 from Blake Bortles. Looking for Julius Thomas, but that's Andre Howe. And that'll do it, 31-20. Texans get their 2nd win of the season. Look at Brian Hoyer.
Battle of the one-win teams. Somebody needed to win this game.
3 touchdowns from Brian Hoyer, almost 300 yards. But Blake Bortles goes for over 300 again, another 3. He also had the 3 interceptions, though. That did the difference today. Dolphins did today against the Texans. Ryan Mallett, he did make it to Miami despite missing the team flight. Bought his own, paid
that
his
wasn't
own way
cheap.
to go. Yeah. So here comes Ryan Tannehill, and he goes 53 yards to Rashard Matthews.
LeVar, I want to get your take on this as we show these highlights. What you think of the effort and the tackling of the Houston Texans in this game?
Well, I think it's very obvious by your statement of asking me.
I have my opinion. I'm just anxious to hear if it's shared.
Specifically on this play,
There's out of position there. There's arm tackle there. There's jogging, or they're that fast. There's a nice convoy. Overrunning.
That's awful.
I mean, finally,
Guys, did you see the convoy of offensive linemen?
There were a convoy down there.
That was impressive.
I think this game was more about Miami than it was about the Texans, obviously. But this is a team that believes that they should be playing this way, and that's pretty interesting to see.
So you had 2 Jarvis Landry touchdowns there. Ryan Tannehill, perfect in the first half, which means this pass is also complete. A screen pass here to Lamar Miller.
There we go. There's the convoy. There's the blocking.
And Lamar Miller had it going today for the Dolphins.
I want to be positive. I mean, look, the Dolphins, hats off to them, but this effort at tackling is some of the worst I've ever seen from Houston today.
So down 28-0, and quickly this thing is just getting absolutely out of hand.
It's 35-0 with 13:56 to go in quarter number 2.
Rashad Jones. Is that technically an interception?
There's an arm tackle.
Hoyer, yeah. 35-0, and J.J. Watt is missing tackles and hurt.
That'll hurt you.
And so with 3 minutes left to play, the Dolphins not quite done, and neither is Lamar Miller.
There's an arm tackle. There's some more hands. As a safety, you squat, stop your feet. I mean, you got to at least slow them down.
Lamar Miller with an absolutely huge first half for the Dolphins.
I just think that this is the month of giving, and the Houston Texans wanted to make sure that the Miami Dolphins felt good about themselves coming out of this game.
Most scrimmage yards in a first half by the Dolphins than any team since 1991.
Clowney's first career sack.
Lamar Miller,
today, right
in
there.
fact, right there. And so let's check out Arian Foster here in the second half. Non-contact. The Texans say they were evaluating Foster for an Achilles injury, and that's what it looked like, right?
Man, I blew my Achilles tendon, and it feels
believes
as though
it's torn.
somebody hit you on the back of your leg. He went down like somebody hit him.
Tore mine last November. That's exactly what it feels like.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough break. He's been battling injuries. I wish him a speedy recovery.
So the good news is the Texans blew out the Dolphins in the second half, but that was just the second half. Dolphins 44-26 over the Texans, now 2-0 under Dan Campbell. On top of the Jets, and now to the Titans and Texans from Houston. No Marcus Mariota for the second straight week at Zach Mettenberger show. Here you have Brian Hoyer, though, leading the Texans offense, and he finds Nate Washington on the sideline.
Texans are desperately in need of a win.
Some kind of spark here is needed for sure, Willie, for this Texans football team. How about this one? That'll get you going, right?
Yeah, Hopkins.
Hopkins.
He's just been consistent, man. He's a great pro. He makes all the catches, a lot of targets, and he always comes up with the big plays.
Nice throw by Hoyer as well, giving his playmaking receiver a chance to go up and make the play. And so the Texans up 10-6 here, get the ball back. Hoyer going up top once again. This time it is Nate Washington. Goes down and gets it.
They found something they like down the field against this Tennessee secondary that struggled.
And Nate's just coming off an injury, so
he is. Looked like he was hobbled a little bit on that catch, but 17-6, Texans up, and now getting the defense involved. J.J. Watt.
Yes,
he's been dealing with a back injury, but able to bring Zach Mettenberger down. So here's more Mettenberger, still down 17-6, and that's J.J. Watt. It's just so angry.
Their relationship wasn't good before this game. I don't think it's
not improved.
But you know what? You got a pocket passer, a traditional pocket passer. He's not going to avoid in the pocket. He can't run, so that's a great thing for the Texans defensive front.
Watt forces the fumble. Jared Crick recovers. Titans get the ball back.
JJ,
doesn't matter.
Joseph, still doing it.
JoJo breaks up the pass to seal the victory. Texans win, getting their third victory of the year, 20-6.
7 games for the Titans. How many times they scored more than 14 points, Willie? Twice. That's not good.
Not a lot of offensive production.
Hey,
we thought we'd steal a bit more.
Guys, this is this season far from lost for the Houston Texans. If the Colts lose on Monday night to the Panthers, they're tied for first place at 3-5. So big win for the Texans.
Stunning finish in Cincinnati as the Bengals are beaten for the first time this season. The Bengals captains carrying the flags of both the USA and France before the game. J.J. Watt, 8.5 sacks, actually ahead of his production from this spot at last season. Marvin Lewis, get ready. And a rough night for Andy Dalton. Just seeing guys like this offense was out of sorts right from the start.
You don't really see that too often with the Cincinnati Bengals. Not knowing where to go. Andy Dalton had nowhere to go.
These go routes ended up out of bounds all night.
All of them.
But they came out with some, funky formations to start to see how Houston was going to match up, and that was like the first series, and then they all went away.
Dalton on this play looking for Marvin Jones, too long on the pass, and Jonathan Joseph, who has had some huge games against Cincinnati, comes down with the pick. What a season he's had.
And actually, I know he wanted to go deep, but the dump off was the right play, was the correct play. To the back. Would have about 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, man.
Well, this was the play where we think Brian Hoyer suffered the concussion. He would be brought into the locker room, and T.J. Yates, responsible for the only postseason win
he's done this before
in the history of their franchise.
Against Cincinnati.
You can't stop T.J. Yates. No. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Only hope to contain him.
Don't want to put him on a short field, right?
Guess we got another quarterback controversy.
Yeah. What a moment that was. Fast forward 4 years later on a Monday night. Yates doing his thing.
Going away from the blitz, reading the defense, just the way it's supposed to be done.
Yates, and this was the play. Hopkins, one-handed catch going over the shoulder towards the back corner of the end zone.
Jones thinks he's in perfect position. He's on top of him.
He is in perfect position. He's just a spectacular coach. It's a spectacular coach.
I think Adam Jones is surprised anybody that he caught it
one hand.
Yeah.
By the way,
the receivers get up surprised when they caught it.
5 career touchdown passes for T.J. Yates, 4 of them against the Bengals. And these two guys that have been so good, Dalton and Eifert, just couldn't connect. 3 drops by Eifert in this game.
Both of them were bad. I mean, that's a first down catch. It should be.
Now, earlier it was a bad throw by Dalton, but some of these other passes right on the money.
He's just a 3-man rush, flushing to Dalton like this.
That's a great play by Joseph.
Great play.
He's telling them, hey, you know me, I know you. We've been here before.
We started together.
We've been here before.
I used to wear that uniform.
A.J. Hawk getting to Yates, dumps him for a loss of 8, so the Texans would punt the football right back to the Bengals. Ensuing Cincinnati drive. Dalton stepping up, one of the few times we saw A.J. Green in this game, 26 yards and a first down.
How do you let A.J. Green get open?
He's got to do a better job at that.
90 seconds. Dalton over the middle. Bengals on the move inside the Houston 40.
Did they finish it?
They would call their first timeout to stop the clock at that point, and then on the 4th and 6th play, Green fumbles the football.
Went intense. He punched it out.
Great play.
Great play.
Kevin Johnson, who is credited with the
punching that right hand, right? Just giving an uppercut.
That's what they're taught. First man secure the tackle, second man rip the ball, go for the football.
You guys have been playing together forever.
Right?
And I was about to say, guys are running out of time. Here we go.
Lamar, it's your favorite moment?
I just don't like this right here.
You don't like it?
It makes me feel kind of weird, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, let's see here. The Houston Texans very much in the thick of things as the AFC South up for grabs. And T.J. Yates getting the start for the Texans, throwing that one up for grabs to one J.J. Watt.
Pryor, great job breaking that one up, but you're woofing. I don't know if you're going to woof for J.J. Leave that one alone. I mean, he doesn't have to deal with him.
How about DeAndre Hopkins versus Darrelle Revis, guys? Here just misses. Revis looks like he's got it pretty well blanketed there, but Yates fits it in on Hopkins. Get physical here on the block.
That's what he has to do. That's what Josh Norman did against Hopkins. Got up in his face. Revis playing off.
Tied at 3 here. How about Nuke? One-handed grab. Give him one hand on that? Sure we will.
They're picking on Darrelle.
Is that going to pay off here? All right. 2nd and 3 here for Yates and the Texans. Going deep.
Didn't get enough of him at the line of scrimmage. And they're picking on Darrelle.
Away from him. And DeAndre Hopkins putting a resume together this season, huh?
Nice little lean. Yeah, used the body. Created that separation. Nice ball.
Really nice ball from T.J. Yates. Yeah. Of course, just signed a couple of weeks ago. And no Brian Hoyer dealing with the concussion for the Texans. So, yeah, Yates and Hopkins working out.
He's sore.
Ryan Fitzpatrick here up top to Brandon Marshall. Touchdown Jets.
Kevin Johnson made a lot of plays against Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Marshall got on top of him. Just more physical on that play.
All right, so we're tied at 10. How about a little throwback action here?
And it's a nice ball, too.
Alfred Blue.
Kid used to be a quarterback in high school. He's Mount Union University. So, yeah, I mean, look at this ball.
Cecil Shorts to Alfred Blue, and they got a 21-yard TD.
Trickery.
17-10, Texans on top. This is a huge game for Houston as they try to keep pace here in the AFC South. There's Darrelle Revis coming in, making a big stop here, but Revis
he
injured.
Shook himself loose a little bit right there.
Yep, head injury. He'd head to the sideline. 2 plays later, with no Darrelle Revis, Yates to DeAndre Hopkins. Make it 2 for Yates and Hopkins. Marcus Williams, no shot there.
Yeah, you find yourself one-on-one with Hopkins in this part of the field, you need to look over the safety before the snap, say, hey, bud, a little help. A little help over here.
Now Revis would head to the locker room, did not return. Texans on top 24-10. Fourth quarter now, same score. Jets trying to go for it here on 4th down, and check out Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Took the long route there on the QB sneak.
Fitzpatrick again, though, trying
to. I mean, he gave it up for this one.
Down.
He gave it up. Look, and he's feeling it too. But he got it.
This is just, less than 2 weeks removed from surgery on his thumb and making things happen for the Jets, bringing them within a score, but that'll do it.
It's a big play right there.
Fitzpatrick picked off by Andre Howell. 2 picks on the day for Fitz. And the Texans win it 24-17. Improving to 5-5 on the year.
I think everybody in the NFL is 5-5 this year.
Well, these two teams
don't. Parity.
Ain't no sunshine in New Orleans. Look at Brian Hoyer and the time he gets here to scramble around and go through his options. ED, that can't happen, can it?
Against New Orleans? It happens quite often. It shouldn't happen. That would be the better comment.
That's
this
what
shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
I mean, Blue shouldn't be able to just take this pitch and there's no one there holding the edge. Or Cecil Shorts doing the same thing. But it tends to happen against New Orleans. Their defense is just, I mean, I have no answers. They fired coaches. They got DA in there now, and you're seeing some of the same things happen.
And Brian Hoyer, 21 of 27 on the day, even with that interception right there, because it really didn't matter because it was a nightmare day for Drew Brees, too. He was 25 of 44, just 228 yards. Tried to get that offense going. Mark Ingram right here for a little bit.
Yeah, a little light. Got the edge, running hard.
But the big deal here, Drew Brees had played 45 consecutive games with at least one touchdown pass. Today, 0. And when Drew Brees isn't throwing touchdown passes, that defense is
the Saints ain't winning.
Nobody.
Nobody. There's Blue sticking it in late in the game for a rushing touchdown, and here's number 9 and number 99 breathing down his neck.
Yeah, my 9's bigger than yours.
Yes.
Houston, 167 yards rushing. Brian Hoyer just slinging the ball with all that time. Looking like a superstar. That's Washington there, yeah.
Washington saying, let me get in. I mean, Cecil Shorts doing his thing.
Can I get some
Hopkins doing his. Like, can I get a little love?
Well, 99's giving 9 some more love.
Yeah, he is. Right. Just business. The business.
He's leading the league in sacks again.
Yes, he is.
Again.
And then that's just a great defensive play. You see me appreciate the defensive play, ED?
Thank you. Kareem went and got that. That wasn't a bad ball. Kareem went full. I mean, that was like Odell Beckham going full extension.
Yeah.
Can we give some DBs love for making a great play?
Kareem Jackson, that was a great play.
Thank you.
That was a great play.
Nice job, Kareem.
We throw that word great around for wide receivers.
Give it to me, ED.
That's it. No.
For crying out loud.
For crying out loud. Great play.
Should we send him a card or some flowers? Brian Hoyer gets the win, 24-6, the final score. So the Texans stay in the playoff mix, and they're looking like a dangerous team all of a sudden as they start to get their thing together.
Haven't done has played down to the level of their competition.
That's right. So it's an early Saints lead in New Orleans. We'll keep you updated there. Let's show you how it happened at Orchard Park today. Two teams desperately needing a win. Bills and Texans. Tyrod Taylor, Sammy Watkins.
That may be the continued theme from here on out. Sammy Watkins. He's finally having his come of age season.
He wanted more targets. He deserves them.
Well, he got him in the first half. More on that later. Ryan Griffin, by the way, getting another touchdown target here. Second week in a row.
Well, veteran move there. A little quick snap. Get it out there.
There it is. Brian Hoyer to Griffin. Look at this. Nobody ready.
Bad communication there. Bad execution. Bad awareness. All the way across the board. Just bad for the Bills on this play.
Rex pleading his case that that's not right. Second quarter now.
Got to be ready.
7-6 Bills.
Tyrod.
Is he going to sneak in? Does. Just gets the pylon before going out of bounds.
You're watching that the first time. Why did he just cut back? He's got a nice little walk in. He went the hard way around the end.
I'd like to raise the level of
difficulty there?
Yeah, absolutely.
14-13, and it's Tyrod to Robert Woods.
Yeah, Woods, to me, he's one of the more underrated route runners in the National Football League.
More Bills offense here, up 21-13 in the third quarter. Tyrod going back to Sammy. Got him.
In order for you to get those deep completions like that, your offensive line has to hold up and man it. That Houston front, some of these places, zero pass rush.
You know, I've watched Sammy Watkins since his freshman year of college. You're seeing the reason why he burst onto the scene at Clemson right now, the way he's playing.
And a bit later in this highlight, you're going to see why DeAndre Hopkins was also a highly heralded receiver from Clemson.
I see you keep setting it up. I hear the setups.
Dan Carpenter misses a 50-yarder, and so it's still a one-score game for Houston. Down 8, Brian Hoyer. And here it comes, Lamar. To DeAndre, one hand.
Okay.
Nuke Hopkins, little spin move down to the 40.
A little help.
Get off from Darby.
Swag. Sideline. Spin move. You got to have a master sensei to teach you those type of moves in the offseason.
LeVar, this drive is presented by DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes. Yeah, in this game, Ronald Darby and Kevin Johnson, two rookie corners, have played great, but they ran into those Clemson wide receivers today.
They went to school.
And DeAndre with the touchdown to cap off the drive. They got the two-point conversion as well. We're tied at 21. So here come the Bills.
Shady.
Shady, injured early in this game, came back. And came back with a huge play.
That's why they call me Shady.
Down to the 32
Shake it on off.
Of the Texans. 2nd and 7 here for Tyrod.
Look at this pass protection.
Yeah, where's JJ and company? Where's the secondary? My goodness, Charles Clay. All sorts of uncovered.
Yeah, this Houston defense, man, I've been playing great ball the last 3 or 4 weeks.
27-21, and don't tell me Dan Carpenter misses the extra point, but he did. So a touchdown and an extra point would win it for the Texans. Oh, laces out, huh? Had the laces facing the kicker there.
Oh, man, the holder and Rhett comes out right there. It eats him up, LeVar.
It does.
I saw it.
Well, I get it. He's a specialist on
So here
that.
comes Brian Hoyer.
Laces out, Rhett.
No, nearly picked off by, was that Nick Roby?
Yeah,
that was 4th down, though. So there's Nuke and Sammy.
That's Clemson. And they just took that title yesterday, by the way. Congratulations.
This was a slightly unhappy jersey exchange there for Nuke Hopkins. His Texans' tough loss in Orchard Park. 30-21, Bills win. Both teams now 6-6. And Tyrod Taylor, boy, really made efficient use of his 11 completions today. 3.
J.J. Watt broke his left hand in practice this week, playing with a cast, and he told him would have to borrow that as well today.
J.J. Watt.
Gronk who's back. Hey, Vince Wilfork, 11 seasons with the Patriots. This was great to see. And look what Tom Brady put on his Facebook. Special moment, great teammate and friend. Said, take it easy. Vince Wilfork said, okay, looking forward to hitting you.
What did you ask to do? What's that? You asked to leave? Yes. Okay. Yeah, what about it?
All right, so Tom Brady doing his thing.
Vince, yeah.
in a scoreless game in the first, looking deep downfield for Gronk. This is what he provides. One of his 4 grabs on the evening, getting it inside the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 45.
That's a hard matchup for a linebacker.
That's a hard matchup for just about anybody. Then 3rd and goal, it's Keyshawn Maher, the former Texan.
That's a nice route, man.
How big is that? How big is Keyshawn Maher?
And Watt called for roughing the passer as well.
Where's that research?
That's the closest he got to Brady.
Now Brady in a 10-6 game hits Brandon LaFell, does not quite get into the end zone, but it's first down.
When he catch it and when he drops it.
Who, LaFell?
Yeah.
Because he drops it a lot.
So your next play, let's go Gronk 6'6" against Quentin Dempsey,
what
Quentin, who's 5'11". And what do you think's going to happen there?
That's what always happens. He's got Gronkowski.
His 10th of the year.
What number is there again?
There you are, officially. Gronkowski.
On to the 3rd quarter. Texans down 2 scores. Shane Leckler punting. Oh, no! Keyshawn Maher fumbles it. And John Simon recovers.
This is overtime. Anybody working but us? Yeah, we the only ones do overtime.
Hey, we saw the Patriots with fumbleitis problems in Denver on a Sunday night.
They
ended up cutting their punt returner.
They did. Amendola got back there and started returning punts after this.
Really, really cold in the playoffs.
3 plays later, Brian Hoyer on 3rd and 4 looking for Nate Washington. However, knocked away by Malcolm Butler.
Nate Washington almost made a few beautiful catches today. Almost. You and he's almost. He almost.
Hey,
you
next
fall in
play.
love with the almost.
Next play, by the way, guys, they don't kick the field goal. They go for it on 4th and 4. Hoyer's throw is incomplete for Ryan Griffin.
Lately, you fall in love with the almost.
On to the 4th quarter. We talked about the big game that Jabal Sheard had, the free agent from Cleveland. That's a strip sack. Malcolm Brown, the rookie, recovers.
Celebrating and not even noticing the ball. Like Cleveland State?
No, like the Cleveland Browns.
What?
He's a former 2nd-round pick.
He can play?
He's legit.
Wow. They let him go?
3 plays later, James White, no LeGarrette Blount in the 2nd half because of an injured hip.
That's something, man. Belichick get a guy, other teams on him. Hey, just do what do you want to do? What do you like doing? Do it.
Then
Johnny Manziel about to change all that in Cleveland. We'll talk about that later.
Akeem Hicks drops him. 6 sacks for the Patriots on this day. Hoyer, concussed, heads into the protocol. TJ Yates had to come in.
I don't want to be a starter anymore.
Hoyer's an Epsom salt right now.
So the Texans.
Need a hotline play.
Seconds to the 1st quarter. Let's go Texans and Colts from Indianapolis. Andrew Luck again on the sidelines. Matt Hasselbeck, despite being banged up this week, did start the game. J.J. Watt also banged up with that broken hand. He's still in it. T.J. Yates gets the start for Brian Hoyer with the concussion. And, well, Yates picked off here inside Colts territory by Vontae Davis.
Yates had a rough day today.
No kidding. We'll show you that later on here. This is Alfred Blue. Going to get stripped. It's recovered by Mike Adams. And Bill O'Brien saying, all right, 2 drives, 2 turnovers. That's not how we wanted to start. So the Colts here in the 2nd quarter off that last turnover. Hasselbeck to Moncrief. And we've got a touchdown on our first score.
Yeah, I was surprised at Hasselbeck's his poise in the pocket today. I thought that he'd be a little jittery today. He fought through.
10-0 Colts, and this is where the bad day comes to an end here for T.J. Yates. Boy, you feel for him here. NFL media insider Ian Rappaport reporting the Texans fear a torn ACL for Yates as a result of this. Oh, that right knee.
Right there.
Kind of felt like he knew it.
Yeah, he saw it just kind of give way on him. And, you know, this is a team that's down 10-0, really had nothing going offensively. You got to give Brandon Weeden some credit.
And in comes Brandon Weeden, the former Cowboy from earlier this season. Of course, the former Brown as well. And here comes Weeden going up top to DeAndre Hopkins. That's one way to get your team in the ball game, right?
Just
go to your best player.
Guys like that can go get that ball.
Now inside the 10, here's Weeden rolling out.
Nice play. Obviously, they were playing fast, slow. They were able to come back, get the ball in there.
DJ Jalen Strong there on the touchdown.
That's his third touchdown this year. It's his third touchdown against the Colts.
Yeah, had the one on the Hail Mary.
Exactly.
The
Jail Mary.
The Jail Mary, there it is. All right, so here comes Hasselback, down 13-10, finding Dante Moncrief's big third down.
It was the hit. It wasn't the conversion. It was the hit that was the big piece of this play.
Yep. Hasselback hit by Whitney Merciless and J.J. Watt. Back injury. In comes Clipboard Jesus. Charlie Whitehurst back in. They'd have to punt 3 plays later with the Colts. So next Texans drive. It's going to be Brandon Weeden. All kinds of quarterbacks coming on here in this game. This would be the Texans' 4th quarterback of the season, if you're keeping track. Ryan Hoyer, Ryan Mallett, T.J. Yates, and now Brandon Weeden. Here for Nate Washington. Drops it. Texans going to have to punt it away. How about that? Both teams in Texas combining to start 8 quarterbacks this year.
Wow.
That's a fumble.
Well, this is going to be a problem for the Colts. Yeah. Hasselback to Griff Whalen. Fumbles. Kareem Jackson picks it up.
What a nice play to make the tackle.
Yeah.
That was a for sure 6.
The Griff Whalen highlights have been few and far between for the Colts this year. Remember, he was on that goofy punt.
A couple of the really bad ones.
Oof, bad.
Texans kick the field goal. They're up 16-10, 2 minutes to play. Hasselback still plenty of time here, under 2 minutes, and boy, just launching it. And it's going to be picked off by A.J. Boye. And the Texans are going to seal it.
Miscommunication there, but I don't know what he saw to go ahead and uncork that one. You got a lot of time to play with there. Went for it all in one shot.
0-13 are the Texans coming into Indianapolis today. They get their first win, and it vaults them into first place in the AFC South. Sole possession of first place. Let's get a hold of that. Texans and Titans, guys. Brandon Weeden, of course, signed with the Texans back on November 18th after being released by the Cowboys.
What are you laughing at, LeVar?
The highlights, man.
Well, Weeden gets a little help here from Antonio Andrews.
Absolutely he does.
Fumbles picked up by Quentin Dips, and that's a Texans defensive touchdown. 7-0 Texans. Let's go. Oh, boy. Titans having some real problems holding on to the football here today.
Titans have the number 1 pick for a reason. They've earned it with some bad play.
Yep. Texans, they'll mix up the quarterbacks here. They're going to bring in B.J. Daniels, who was just signed from the Seahawks practice squad on Monday. So he's getting some reps, a little quarterback rotation. Back to the Spurrier days here?
I think he put some ideas in Brandon Weeden's head, though. We started to see Brandon Weeden run around with the ball a little bit later on in the game.
That's right. So here, B.J. Daniels here again.
Here he comes.
Strong play here to stay upright and connect.
Sexy 3-yard play there.
Right. Finds Akeem Hunt. Little 3-yard gain. 2 plays later, 3rd and goal. Weeden this time. Can't find anybody, so gonna take off himself.
Showing some real athleticism there.
Weeden, first career rushing TD, makes it 17-0 Texans.
You know, they didn't need very much offense in this game.
Titans ended the half with 6 straight punts. Woo. Texans, meanwhile, picking up where they left off in the first half here.
Is that the Sith Lord?
In the second half, that is DeAndre Hopkins.
That's him?
From Weeden. Yeah. That's a big grab.
If not for Jarvis Landry, I think that might have been your Bass Pro Shops catch of the day.
That was a contender. Bill O'Brien happy about it. 24-0 here. Texans on top of Tennessee. Zach Mettenberger, of course, making another start as Marcus Mariota is out with the knee. And, well, here Delaney, that's Antonio Andrews again, and has it ripped out by Eddie Pleasant. It's ruled an interception and then down by contact.
Sure.
So it's Texans ball, the Titans 34. 6 plays later, it's Weeden here. Going deep, end zone once again. This time it's Nate Washington going up top. So, boy, getting big plays from his receivers in either corner of that end zone.
Yeah, Nate used to be with Tennessee Titans.
Weeden, first player in franchise history. 2 passing TDs.
Do we have a Jadeveon Clowney sighting?
Well, for the wrong reason.
Oh, no.
First overall pick, of course, has had his share of injury issues and is going to have another one here. Right leg kind of appears to buckle here. Carted off with what they called a foot injury. Did not return to the game.
That's that overcompensating. Yeah, myriad of injuries. You called that, too, coming off that microfracture, LeVar.
Guys, would you believe it if I said J.J. Watt has not had a sack in 3 games?
Well, I wouldn't believe that J.J. Watt didn't get a sack in this game.
Well, you knew he wasn't going to miss an opportunity to sack Zach Mettenberger.
And then take a selfie of himself, of course.
It's got to be his favorite sack of any quarterback.
Just
loves sacking.
Go ahead, take that selfie.
Sack by Watt. Ball comes out. Jared Crick recovers it for the Texans. They win it 34-6, remaining on top in the AFC South.
Jonathan Grimes lines up in the slot. Top of your screen on 3rd and 9. Hoyer gets rid of it quickly. Here's Grimes. Lunging end zone. Touchdown, Texans. At left ankle of Watt. Showed no ill effects on that play. 2nd and 13. Robinson trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looked like the football may have come loose.
Absolutely, Spiro. Costly. And guess who comes up with at the bottom of the pile? Just has a way of making plays with his football goal.
Hoyer hands off to Grimes, and he will waltz into the end zone for the Houston touchdown. 3rd and 10. Bartle's going to take a shot, and that pass is intercepted. It's Andre Hal on the pick.
The play on the ball, and look, you can see Robinson doesn't really go for the ball. He watches Hal just haul it in. Blake Bortles needs his receiver to go contest for the football. Go contest it, high point it. Andre Hal maybe playing the role of the receiver a little bit better than Allen Robinson there. Great play.
That is Hal's 4th pick of the season and the 3rd against the Jaguars back in 2013. 1st and 20. Bortles underneath. This is Mercedes Lewis. Crosses the 45. Lewis still going. Lumbering inside Texans territory. Breaking tackles all the way down to the 24-yard line. Finally brought down by the safety, Andre Hal. And Robinson lined up bottom of your screen against Boye, who's just come in for Kevin Johnson. Bortles. Ball comes loose, and it is taken by Merciless. J.J. Watt forcing the fumble. And Merciless doing the rest. They've allowed only 13.5 points per game. And that pass is intercepted. Kareem Jackson gonna high step his way in for the pick 6.
Watch him just read and break on that. Saw the slant route coming from Robinson. Was able to knife right underneath it, steal the passing lane, and the football with it. Read the quarterback. Look at this. Break on it. Well coached up by defensive coordinator Romeo Crennel. Well played and executed by defensive back Kareem Jackson.
The Houston Texans punching their ticket to the AFC playoffs. They have won the AFC South. Will be the 4th seed in the AFC postseason and will host a postseason game here next weekend.
Those of you watching on ABC, welcome. The Spanish language ESPN Deportes broadcast is available via the SAP function on your remote. Super Bowl 51 will be played here next season, and the playoff road to Super Bowl 50 begins on the home field for Bill O'Brien. 5 years an assistant with the Patriots. He called the plays in Super Bowl 46, today's first NFL playoff game as a head coach. On the other side, Andy Reid. Only Bill Belichick among active NFL head coaches has coached in more playoff games. This is Andy's 21st.
You heard some Chiefs fans at the end of the national anthem, but there are a ton of Texans fans. This is the NFL's first retractable roof stadium. The roof is closed. It is going to be loud with 71,000 ready to roar. Houston has won the toss, deferred, so Kansas City will receive, and Alex Smith, Jeremy Maclin, the Chiefs see J.J. Watt on the field first. Nick Novak to kick it. 12 teams living the dream. The 11 best games of the year to crown one champion. Off we go with the playoffs. And Niall Davis will bring it out from 6 deep. Davis across the 50. Davis is gone! Niall Davis starts the playoffs with a bang! 106 yards! Touchdown, Chiefs! Whoa!
Well blocked, Mike. That's one way to shut the crowd out. An opening 105-yard return by Niall Davis, and Andy Reid loves it.
Empty backfield for 3rd and 8. Hoyer clutches, fires, that ball's intercepted. Is that Berry? Yes, it is. Eric Berry with the interception, and just like their Week 1 meeting, we're gain 5. Couple of tight ends here on 2nd and 5. And Smith, rocket down the middle, deflected and intercepted by Brian Cushing. It was deflected on good coverage by Kareem Jackson. So Hopkins going a lot to the offense's right. They'll find Peters on the defense's left often. Play pass, first down. Hoyer looking downfield, coming to the other side. And it is Hopkins on this near side making the catch. And Hopkins moves him out of the backfield to get picked up by Sean Smith. Jump by Ford was legal. It was knocked out and free. Alan Bailey knocked it out. It's pinned up against Ontari Poe of the Chiefs. And let's see what happens at the bottom of the pile. It belongs to Kansas City. Final seconds, opening quarter. Chiefs from the 42. And Smith throws to the tight end. Kelsey brings it in. He's brought down by Kareem Jackson, but it's a gain of 18 to the 40-yard line. Down the middle, and Santos gives Kansas City a 10-point lead. Spencer Ware, the back, blocks Watt on 2nd and 4. There's time to find Kelsey in front of the rookie nickel, Kevin Johnson, and that double team on Watt. Carbon copy. Cairo Santos showing no shakiness in his first playoff game.
Great player. Get to know him.
Alfred Blue. Found a crease. Blue a first down. Still going. Blue 40. Blue 30. Working on Peters. Spins inside to the 13-yard line. Did they need that 50-yard run? Wow. Close to you. Griffin's in short motion. Hoyer scanning. Underneath, he threw a pick in the red zone to Josh Mauga. Mauga is on his feet and brought down to the 20-yard line. The ability to come back offensively in the 4th quarter. So let's watch how they close this first half. 2nd and 9. Hoyer shot downfield. Nate Washington is overthrown. It's intercepted. That's a 3rd pick of the half. Marcus Peters turns this into a punt return. And he got a great block, but it was illegal. So this one will come back. Peters at the 30 accelerates, gets to midfield, and he's brought down at the 47-yard line by the center, Ben Jones.
Listen to this crowd. Kansas City has taken the crowd out of the game and turned them against the Texans.
That last play picked up a first down, so from the 22, it's Smith. Flushed on the run, he rolls and throws, complete. Jeremy Maclin, gain of 15 yards to the 38-yard line. As well, training staff looking at him. It's 3rd and 3, and Smith throws underneath. The crosser is Kelsey, the tight end. He'll get the first down into Houston territory at his Philadelphia days. 13-0 Chiefs lead. This is a run for Spencer Ware inside the 30 and to the 28-yard line with 6.5 to go. We're very unhappy, and maybe that raised the temperature of the players. Smith, end zone. Hauled in by Conley for the touchdown. The rookie out of Georgia, Chris Conley. Let's go. The first offensive touchdown of the day for Kansas City. Houston rushes 4. Alex Smith, wobbler in the middle. Kelsey able to secure it. Elude the tackle, and Kelsey's on the run. McKinney tackles him inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. A 47-yard gain. Longest in Kansas City playoff history to get the touchdown in the third. This is a drive that started back at the 11 and ends with a touchdown by Spencer Ware.
Spencer Ware, as Andy Reid said to us, is dirty tough.
The Texans' Bob McNair, who brought football back here in 2002 after that 5-year absence when the Oilers left for Tennessee. Interception and the 5th turnover, 4th of the game, in the hands of Sean Smith. And he'll go down at the 21-yard line. And that's the story of the day. Santos has made a pair from 49. A very ugly ad from 33 for a third field goal. But still looks good on the board. 30-0, Kansas City. Remember that. We started talking about you never forget these playoff games, all that stuff. Guy kicked for you in the playoffs, 41-yarder by Leckler, returned by Hammond to midfield and into Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Skill on offense, but over the last 13 games, Mike, with this included, they've given up less than 12 points a game. You can ride that a long way, and Andy Reid knows it.
Trips to Houston have been good for the Kansas City teams in this great sports year. In that wonderful city, World Series champion Royals beat the Astros in a memorable game here, and a playoff shutout for Andy Reid and the Chiefs in the NFL playoffs. Kansas City is moving on as he gets a kiss from his wife, Tammy. 30-0, our final score here. Stay tuned for the GMC postgame on SportsCenter coming up next on ESPN. When we come back to Houston, we'll reveal the wild card root and grind. It's been a presentation of ESPN. And a Kansas City win in Houston in the playoffs again.